Ntandi TV.
Of self-expression and independent thinking, and thereby helps the members to imbibe self-confidence. In the routine meetings, the club members discuss the debate issues of topical relevance with a special focus on debating skills. The club aims at organizing developmental projects such as craft sandal making, charcoal briquette making, looks at pulling the young generation to plant a person with character through organizing interdepartmental debates, workshop on debating skills, and encourage the members to take part in various debate competitions. The mission statement of the group reads: the Telepathic Clique of Debaters connects, supports, inspires a diverse communication committed to empowering children through speech and debate. Our vision reads: we envision a world in which every community provides speech and debate program to foster each child communication, critical thinking, and creative skills. In conclusion, the Telepathic Clique of Debaters is greatly optimistic to sensitize the community about the environment and how to deal with it. However, the challenges that we are encountering so far, such as unstable financial base to facilitate the group in terms of transport, support, and promote ideas of developmental projects, which can be readily achieved if we get. After like 3 days, we are going to have a debate challenge with our fellows from Ngamba Sub-County. We are going to go there and challenge them. The first day we went there, they invited us, we registered a win. So we are looking forward to have another win.
Where we are heading and what we are looking forward to achieve, and what we have so far achieved. We saw doing that. We like to elect the community how teachers, parents, students live in this community, but with different challenges. So with those challenges, we came up with a resolution, and the resolution is here, which says that this source blames teachers for students' poor performance. So among the two competing sides, we have the affirming and the negative. We shall rise at the sign of respect.
My name is Ntandi. Today, I'm working as the chief judge. To resume our discussion of today. As you've already seen, we are having the two competitive sides, that is the affirmer and the negator. All of them, both sides consist of three speakers. Then we are having the panel of judges. We surrogate the first negator. Then from there, we shall have the second affirmer. The second affirmer will have to take 15 minutes. They are 15. We'll take 15 minutes. Then from there, we shall have the second negator. Will also do.
The panel of judges, the two competing sides plus the house at large. I greet you all in your opportunities. My name is Vira Safina from the affirmative side, and we are here to affirm the motion, which reads: this team blames teachers for students' poor performance. Keywords in the resolution: we have problem. To be accountable for someone for a wrong fault. Another one is teacher. A teacher is a person who impacts new knowledge and skills, especially in schools. Then we have poor performance. Our house is Uganda Community Service Center, the UCSC. Our perimeter is Uganda. Then our status quo. The 90.9% of the students are failing due to part-timing of teachers in different schools of Uganda. This evidences and this shows teachers don't give enough time to their learners. Then our views. Here we are going to affirm, we are standing firmly affirming this motion that for the following views, indeed teachers are supposed to be blamed for the failure of the students. Our first view is the part-timing of the teachers in school. Our second view, failure to make research, more especially teachers of geography. As you know, geography consists of many research making. You as a teacher, it's your role to bring it, and for the students, what? Nice learning. Really, some teachers are accountable for students' failure. Thank you. Those are my views.
Who is the knowledge seeker and the knowledge server? Who is the knowledge seeker and the knowledge server?
And the knowledge server is a teacher.
Thanks so much. Who is some knowledge and who is seeking knowledge?
A teacher serves knowledge and a student seeks knowledge, but
the question was, who is to seek and who is to serve? And we don't want to answer.
a student is to seek and a teacher is to serve.
Thanks so much. Okay.
This house blames teachers for the students' poor performance. First, what do we understand the word blame? How do we understand the word blame in this resolution? Blame is to account someone for something. Then, how do we understand the word teacher in this resolution? Teacher is someone who teaches learners, most especially in schools. Our house is Uganda National Teachers Association, all providers Uganda. Then Osaka School is schools in Central Region perform better than those in Western, Eastern, and Northern Region of the same institutions of learning. This evidence shows that there are factors limiting the students' good performance. There are views. So I'll first outline our views, then I'll talk about the first view, then the second negative, I'll talk about the second, the third, and the fourth. Then our views are absenteeism of students, imbalance of delivery of scholastic materials by the government, and then arrogance of students, parents, and then failure of government to employ enough teachers. It's the students and the parents plus the community who are supposed to account for the big 75% for the students' performance. Then going right to our point, absenteeism of students. All dear judges, it's very, very well observed by the government that during in the districts like Bundibugyo, Mukondo, and some parts of Ntoroko, those districts are occurred with cocoa. It's very, very well observed that these schools, these districts and the schools that are in normally get, these students are always given responsibilities by their parents at home. Like these schools in these districts are always given these parents normally give hard work to their students, limiting them from going to school, and this leads to their poor performance. Like they harvest cocoa. Harvesting cocoa begins from 30th to like 2nd, then 15th to 18th. So this takes a lot of time. So these students are going to take that time to harvest cocoa. Even after harvesting, they tell them to sun dry. And sun drying, in most cases, takes like a week. You find that a student has been absent for the 2 weeks. So when teachers try to make some Wembley in those homes, parents tell them that it's due to the fact that they are looking for school fees. But after all, we find that students, parents in those districts are the ones that are always owed, that are always indebted by school fees. So they fail to pay school fees. So we don't blame teachers. It's the parents and students who are supposed to be blamed.
That the teacher gives 25 and the student and the community they seek for 75. Which one comes first?
Of course, it's for the parents, because for the parents and their students.
It means even a student can even achieve without the help of a teacher. I'm asking which one comes first. That is the question. And I've answered you that is the
student and the parents, that the ones who takes the 75%. Because before a parent takes a student to the school, the teacher cannot become a teacher.
I'm asking, 75 is given to a student by teachers. The rest is sick by either himself, the community, the government, plus parents. Then I'm asking, 75 and 25, which one comes first?
I've answered you, it's the fifth.
There are factors limiting students from performing good. And these are: we have an imbalance in the delivery of scholastic materials by the government, arrogance of the students, parents. We have failure of the government to employ enough teachers. View number 1 was reading absenteeism of students. And you know it very well that most schools in Bundibugyo here, mostly we have both of them primary schools and secondary schools. Of course, also a teacher is what comes from the government, you see? And he follows the rules and the regulations of the government. He can't set his or her own laws as a teacher. He or she has to follow the rules made and put by the government. We have arrogancy of the students' parents. You know, this is known and shown it very well that most parents in Uganda ignore their students. Most in cases of school, you find that a parent doesn't matter whether her student or her child lacks a uniform, lacks school fees, lacks whatever. It's because they're ignorant about it. They don't have idea about it. So when the students fail, then you find a parent blaming a teacher. Yet a parent is the one in charge to provide or to comfort the students or the child.
I would like to ask you, Speaker, you talked about the 8 teachers in a primary school. What if that primary school has only 4 students or 4 pupils in it? Does those 8 teachers not enough to make those students pass?
There are some, even I gave you an example of like 15 subjects. So I say, for example, you find in a secondary school, not a primary school here.
Teachers is also a factor. The teachers are also a factor to, it is also a factor that is hindering students' performance, because they have also known it. I believe these guys know the truth, but only because they are after negating, that's why they are taking that route. But indeed, they would have joined us so that we aim at achieving a performing student. You are discussing, you're after winning. For us, we are after educating. We want to know, why is the teacher not doing his or her own responsibility? I beg you should join this side so that at least we aim higher, so that we bring a student who will perform highly. In fact, that is our dream here. This August House is aiming at achieving a student who can perform highly. Not... Okay, sir. Thank you. In the school where we are having, you talk of 15 subjects in secondary school. If the 15 teachers are absent and the 15 teachers are absent, the other one, you know, the students are, in fact, the number of students is more higher than that one of the teacher. So take an example, if a teacher is the one absent, will the school run? But if the students are not, some of the students are absent, it means they will continue learning. Why? They are having teachers. It means the most key person in education is a teacher. That is what is supposed to stick in your mind. You understand? Next of it, the teachers have failed to go and ask about the students they teach. If at all a teacher is at school and be like, Mustafa is absent, if he takes his responsibility to go and ask at who am I, they will tell him the reason, or they will tell her the reason. It means now the teachers are not using their own capability, their own opportunity they have been given. A minute, a second, okay, 30 seconds.
The teacher, him or herself, is an employee, right? Is employed. So he has an employer who is supposed to monitor the person you've employed, right? I'm generalizing the roles. Not able to read and write following the instructions given by teachers. That one is on the side of the students, right? Then we have poor teaching environment. Then we have understaffing. When I look at my views, I stand on this side, explaining, because of time, I look at, I forgot, provision of scholastic materials. I'm looking at a student, you know, Mkonjo says wakati mtulayo konde, okumunyeyo. Let me start with students. A student not being able to read and write, following the instructions, it means among the 100 students you find, because if we say poor performance, it means the biggest percentage has not performed well, right? So from the 100 students, you find 80 have not performed well, but the 20 have performed, right? So we are looking at not able to read, write, and follow the instructions. These 80 have a problem, not 80. Once students, right? They go to school. So after they come defending their professions, they need trainings. Who is supposed to train?
It is the students who is supposed to be in class in the right time and do the right work so that you can make it. But I'll give you a live example around this place where we are living here. You are instructed to do things, but which you're not doing. It is why the failing crops from. For instance, I'll give you an example. They tell you put on uniform. You know those parts, all those things are parts to push you to pass. You find people, when you go to class around this area, you find that nobody is putting on uniform. Am I lying? The students have taken their rights in hands in a way that they do what they want. In other words, when you have even refused to put on uniform, when even they tell you to be in class in the right time, you don't go there. And at the end of it all, you find that someone is busy now reading at the end of the year when they're telling that maybe the exams are starting tomorrow. That's when the person gets serious now to start reading.
Wangamani we mwana ewunyeyu eba kusukuma kwa sukuru ewone mutazi nono nyani nereba yasangana sekonecho
Mostly so much this girl here, the girl child, I talk of the girl child. I'm going to gift you something very small, but I'll gift you. Mama sangana. Now what now? There is no other girl seated with you. Masinja kutseva. Nenyabata wana masinja nembete abasikaba no elanga na mambo baleta between your souls. Abasika hano wali mutahiba, abasika bali muhatikira haulo hali, abasika bali many things Masinja kutseva. Now over 6 years, I've never seen something like this. Never seen any developing group like this. Mama nyere ya mani, mama kinale kanende ke, chikama isachi teka situ, tonemoko la plan. We are seeing that we are going ahead.
We have reached the time of saying the judgment. I first thank the all participants from their different obligations that you have participated very well. All of you, the parents who have been with us, still I welcome you all. I've managed to capture a few of the items. First of all the sides lacked confidence in some other speakers, and this was witnessed by the gathering. some other people couldn't even introduce themselves before the gathering. And this was a great mess. I managed to come out with a judgment basing on the 2 grounds under this case. The first ground is that students don't study teachers well at school. That is the first ground. The another one is that a teacher cannot teach him or herself. I want to come out with those 2 grounds, and it's where I've driven my judgment from. From both sides, I saw that they could air out their views, but they couldn't give full affidavits, whereby the 2 speakers from both sides could not justify their views with full affidavits, and this costed them a lot. Therefore, for the best of my judgment, basing on Chapter 18 of the Ugandan Constitution, allow me to declare the negator side as the winning side with 60%.
Of Fristo Dolvan Outer from Ntandi Online TV and Heroes Online FM 100.0. We are live streaming up here on YouTube, and I'm having the chairman of one of the debating groups in Bundibugyo District, formerly found in Ntandi Town Council, and you'll be telling us his real names and the group of debaters that he's coming up from. Yes, Mr. Honorable, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Very fine. Actually, first let our viewers there who are watching you live on our YouTube channel that first let's your debating club's name, and we want to know more about it.
The name is Telepathic Clique of Debaters.
And then actually, first tell us, where did this debating club begin?
It began on 24th, and that was July this year, 2021.
24th. So first tell us, how many members were there in the group for the first begin?
For the first meeting, it was really struggle just because it was just a new idea being imparted in people, so it was a bit hard. For that meeting, I only got 7 people, and out of the 7, they 4 left the group. Just that one seized them out of the group. Then the remaining 3 enticed others, and indeed we are having a great number of over 30 people right now.
Actually, first tell us, do you have some other members from different town, or you only have members only from this Ntandi Town Council?
The story might be, in fact, the story might be, the way you're talking, the story is negative. In fact, the story is a bit opposite. Because in areas that we have participated, the likes of Ngamba sub-county, the likes of Nyauka, the likes of Bundibugyo here, in fact, we have been participating in those places, and we have managed to win guys who want to join us. And indeed, we are having members from different societies, from Mavere sub-county, from Ngamba sub-county, and even Nyauka.
So actually, first tell us the main ambition, or first tell us the main vision of this.
We came up with this idea of making a debating group just to enhance the speaking skills of youths, because we are youths from different schools, and indeed it means that we can do something great.
Besides debating, which other activities actually do you carry out in your group?
As a group, we are having a lot of business projects. For instance, the charcoal briquette making, the sandal, craft making. Like, though we are having a lot of those business projects, they are still under suggestions. We have managed to begin a few, and that is charcoal briquette making, because we are lacking finance. We don't have that financial base. We are self-governed, and next of it, yeah, we like support. We lack support. We like someone to support us.
I've been the judge for today's debate, which has a resolution that this house blames teachers for the students' failures.
So actually, partly as you the judge, first tell us what were the main the remarks about the debaters who have been debating up there. First tell us the affirmative side and the negative, the affirmative side and negative side. First tell us of the 2 groups, which were the winners and what were their main points of focused on, and who were trying to deliver the information that the teachers are trying to, Actually, first tell us the main motion, and first tell us among the negators and the affirmers, who were the winners of the debate.
All right, the debate has been a fantastic one, depending on their participation being aired out by the participants from both sides, because we have been with the negator and the affirmer. But through their arguments, I came out with a judgment which was clear depending on the affidavits provided by both sides. Though as it is believed that not all sides can win when you go for the competition, that's why the negator side came out with a win, claiming that teachers are not responsible for students' failures in education sector.
So what I think, what I think they have been saying that teachers are not responsible for the students' poor performance. He has been the judge of today, and what I think for those who are actually watching us on Ntandi online TV, in the case if you're a politician or a leader, please come and support this group. Mostly these are youth councillors up in the district and these MPs that we have in the district. Please, just actually, if you're watching on YouTube, better come in Ntandi Town Council and you ask for this debating club called the Telepathic Clique Of Debaters. Actually, I've come across one of the members from the debating club, and partly what I think he is the general secretary of the group. You will first tell us his names and later we will continue with some questions. Mr. First, tell us your names.
Okay, my name is Wambale Justice Diva, the general secretary of the Telepathic Clique Of Debaters.
Okay, he is the general secretary of the Telepathic Clique Of Debaters. So actually, I'm having some 2 to 3 questions. The first is that, first tell us where do you mainly drive out your emotions, by the way?
We come up with the resolution basing on the environment that we are talking about. Yeah, it should be the school, it should be education sector, elections, it should be the forest, or maybe any kind of organization that is coming on board, or maybe girl child education, protective measures, and whatever. That's what we do.
So actually, corresponding to all these motions that we've been discussing about, have you seen any change out after these discussions?
Yes, of course, there has been a tremendous change. Like last time we debated in Ngamba with the teacher Elite Club, and the resolution was this house will advocate for early pregnancy. And first we were confidently saying no, we cannot advocate for early pregnancies. We gave them measures on how to control them and how to prevent them and how to completely erase them in the society. And now we received the report that since it was very rampant, early pregnancies were very rampant in the area this time around, at least the percentage has changed. So we are doing great.
So what I think that's also part of their achievement corresponding to their motion. He has been called Diva, the General Secretary of the Telepathic Clique Of Debaters. So what I think, keep on watching on Ntandi Online TV.